Welcome back. Turn it off right now. Welcome back. Welcome back for the I don't know how many podcasts, but we on a little streak now. We headed up. We got a new member joining. Everybody knows Paul Parker, and now we got our boy Samir, aka
Yo,
Haas.
yo, yo.
Yes, sir.
We've been trying to get him on for the last couple months now. Finally
One
joined.
second, sorry.
Dang, he already messed up. Chat. He's just a guest for now. We trying to figure out if he's gonna be a permanent. We trying to figure out if he's permanent
Terrible debut. Terrible
member.
start.
member of the squad, but
Sorry, everyone had an unexpected guest. It's your boy Samir, aka the Hodge. We're here for the Torn podcast. Kind of sad
yes,
how we don't
sir.
have
Finally,
the man himself, who the podcast is named after, Nathan, on here. Don't know when that'll ever happen, but hopefully one day,
yeah.
chat.
One day we'll get him up here. We're a diverse group of people. We got a couple black people, a couple white people, a couple
Brown people,
brown people. Yeah, we got everybody here,
exactly.
man. We exactly, man.
Ugh.
We just all diverse. Turn it off is very pro diversity. All right. So we're here for the It's a breakout series that's been around for a couple years now. Season 4 just dropped today. We haven't we wanted to talk about this. This is a very good show. I love this show. One of my top favorite shows out right now. So season 4 just dropped last week. Episodes 1 through 3 dropped on one single day, and then episode 4 came out on Thursday. So we're gonna review that
Wednesday.
before Wednesday. My bad. We're gonna review that first half of the season, and we'll come back review the second half of the season. Just kind of what do you guys' opinion on season 4? I know Paul, he's catching up. He just now binged season 1 through 3. So did Parks. Me and Samir have been kind of on it since the beginning. But let me know, Parks and Paul, what you guys think about the show.
Mark, you actually watched it, so you go ahead first.
The show as a whole, you said?
Yeah, show as a whole first.
Yeah, it's good. It was really fun just being able to the whole show over the course of like a couple weeks. Um, I didn't know anything about it coming in, so like I had no idea what to expect. And I think like I texted y'all about it, but it was at the end of whatever episode it was, like episode 1 or 2, where like the Omni-Man fight against the Guardians.
And episode 1.
End of episode 1, and I was like, yeah, this is like a interesting kind of show. So like definitely
Mm-hmm.
different from anything I've ever watched before. But yeah, I enjoy it. And uh yeah,
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's kind of like The Boys, if you guys know anything about that audience. It's similar in like the tone. The plot points aren't really that similar at all, but the tone of a dark superhero, gritty, more of a like realistic how superheroes would act in the real world kind of thing. A lot of pulverizing characters. We're gonna get all into that season 4, but first impressions of season 4. What do you guys? What's your overall first impression of the first 4 episodes? I got a little preview earlier before the podcast of the Samir and Paul's takes, but what do you just each really all go through? What do you guys expect? We'll start with Samir, new guy.
All right. So with how season 3 ended, I thought this was just going to be more straight into the preparation for this war against the what, like 50 Viltrumites they have. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I expected more, so that kind of swayed my opinion. But it's only 4 episodes in. I guess I don't really understand the purpose of episode 4 just yet for fighting with Satan, which I thought it was funny how they made Satan kind of like a nice guy.
He's a bitch. He's a bitch.
But I remember last season they brought back the detective for like an episode, sent him back. So I guess that was where they were trying to lead with that. But I felt like there was just a lot of plot lines so far in season 4. Like you had the seismics invading, and then you have Eve. What I'm most excited for is what's going to happen to Eve and the introduction of Thrag.
Hmm.
Like those are the two that I want to see because I remember they ended off with the season 3 with Eve, or was it Mark's clothes like kind of melting? So, and then they said they couldn't find anything about them. Actually, I forgot. Rex and Monster Girl are stuck in that other world or
Hmm.
place now too. So I just think that there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been answered yet in season 4, but like I said, there's four more episodes, and they're going to introduce the main villain soon.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, well, obviously they can't do. You could do the Viltrumite War the whole season, but it could be like you could run out of shit to do. Like I think that's saved for the back half of the season, like because that's kind of how
The
they,
last two episodes.
yeah, kind of that's how they usually do it. Like they usually start off with like a banger first two episodes, and the third through six are kind of like they're good, but like they're kind of filler for the last two episodes, which are also bangers. So Parker, what do you think of the season four as a new watcher?
Yeah, I agree with Haas. I feel like it's like kind of all over the place. I mean, like I'm definitely like enjoying the episodes. It's not like hard to get through or anything, but it is kind of like a lot to keep track of, I feel like. And um I don't know, this might just kind of be a gripe with it in general, but I'm kind of getting sick of like them just like reusing all these like villains. Like can we be done with the Sequids like once and for all? Like I thought we were already done with them, and then they come back, and I guess like it kind of served a purpose because Mark had to kill the dude, and that was like a whole thing. But like and then like the whole like Titan arc with like whatever is just like I feel like old and done, and they brought back the dragon guy, and like I don't know, like it's just like all over the place so far. And um I mean I'm enjoying it, but I'm also just like ready for
The
Alan and
Viltrumite
Roland to
War.
come back, and
Yeah.
because I think I don't know, they're some of my favorite characters. I'm just like I feel like they're just uh teasing this, and
Yeah.
it's coming, but it's just like, all right, like hurry up and
I
I
think,
missed it already. So,
well, I know, like, I haven't read any of the comics, but when I've seen, like, online, like, like, those plot points are, like, a reoccurring thing. Like, well, he is basing it a little bit off the comics, so he's not gonna just,
mhm.
I guess he's not gonna go a whole in a different direction, but I know the Sequids come back. Not a bunch of times. I think they might be done now, hopefully, because that I will say that I don't really want to see that anymore.
Bro, I
But
forgot
I am,
about them like three different times.
yeah,
It's like,
like
what?
I am interested in the
Yeah.
dimension thing, the Flaxtions. I think that's the name. They always come back.
Yeah, like we're
Yeah.
Monster Girl and
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Rex got
They've been a
yeah.
recurring people, but I kind of like that storyline because it's like, what if they get stuck in they got stuck in that dimension? So like, how is that gonna work? Are they just gonna die? Like,
Yeah, and they're like jacked. I mean, you remember like before like Rex got stuck or whatever, you like saw like their artillery or their troops, and they're like pretty
yeah.
loaded. So I feel like they could end up being
The
a pretty serious threat to Earth eventually.
the dangerous thing about TikTok is they will spoil things for you that you don't see it in the show that are in the comics.
Uh,
And so I have seen things about the in like Rex and Monster Girl being in this like trapped in this thing that I don't want to say because like it could be crazy if that shit actually happens.
okay.
Uh, so I
Rex is
mean,
also supposed to be, sorry, the one to help Eve.
Yeah, with her.
oh, their powers. Well,
She has
she's.
ED right now.
I thought she was. Well, she's pregnant.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
that too, dude. There's like so
yeah.
much to like keep
There's
up
so
with.
Yeah.
much
Like
going on.
things are like slipping through the cracks. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's why she's fucked up right now. Or messed up. This kid
Yeah,
friend of the
I feel like
podcast.
it has
That's
to
what
be.
I
It has to be
yeah.
connected, right?
Yeah, Paul, what did you think of season four as your first time watching the show instead of recap episodes?
Yeah, I liked a lot of what y'all said. I honestly enjoyed the multiple plot lines. I think that's something that to me shows like a lot of what's the word? Like intentionality or like dedication to the story. Like being able to like grab different parts and use them at an apt time. Like even like Nolan's backstory, putting it at the time they put it. When they could have put that like the first season to like help us explain why Nolan is beating the crap out of Mark. I think the reason they put that there, I don't know the exact reason, but I like how they like it's not a linear story. It jumps all over the place, and I think that kind of, as a viewer, it's kind of refreshing. Being able to be like, oh yeah, like I forgot about this. Like what's going on here? It keeps your mind active, all that stuff. I think also to one of Parks's points. that I saw like a YouTube video about like the reason like it can be kind of annoying that these same villains keep coming back up, the Flaxes, the Sequids, but I think it's coming to a point where Mark increasingly each season is like
I have to kill. I have to kill. I have to kill.
challenging his morality of like
Yeah,
where
because they don't
do
die.
I do it? Since he's
Because yeah,
not
they
killing
keep coming
anything,
back. That's fair.
because he's
Not
trying not
killing
to kill
anyone.
anything, they're gonna keep coming back. The same
Yeah,
thing that Rex said
that's fair.
when he was about to get attacked by the Sequid, he was talking with Monster Girl, and he was like, "No, we're not doing it right. Like, we gotta kill. Like, what if Mark is right?" And so I think that's kind of what this the main question that seems to be asking is like, what does it mean to be like how if you're how do you go about like using that responsibility or that power or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
yeah, I enjoyed
He's
it.
been,
Good,
I
good
think
insight.
he's also been battling like this whole like I don't want to be my dad thing for like 2, 3 seasons, and
Yeah.
I think he sees himself kill, and then like Cecil said, like he was like he's like him, but then it's also you see Mark's perspective where he's questioning everything. He's like, am I doing what's right? Am I doing what's wrong? So I guess you can kind of see the difference between Mark and Omni-Man, but you can also see how it shares like Cecil because he was saying you're a walking nuclear bomb. Like if I wasn't gonna
Hmm.
try and contain you, like I'd be failing everyone.
Okay.
I also think I just
Yeah.
have beef with the Sequids. Like, I'm just like not a fan. Like, dude, like one of the side villains that I like the most is that got killed off because of fucking Oliver is the Maulers. I thought they were
Yeah.
super banterous and like they were just like
I
funny, but then
forgot. Yeah, I did like them.
Oliver,
Oliver
he
had
on
to.
Demon Time, bro. He not playing
Yeah, I was like,
around, bro.
bro, like
Oliver not
I
playing.
didn't mind seeing them like all the time because they were like funny, but
Yeah.
they're probably not coming back.
Bro,
Well, they always
how
got
is
a
the
clone.
dragon dude alive?
Dude, yeah, and him, I don't know.
And bro, they
Right.
both got played at the end. They both
Yeah,
got
bro.
finessed him and Tywin.
Yeah, somehow like no character dies after like some morally wounding fight. They just get back up. Like
Like
like Conquest, like he got his face
Eve
like
got her
smashed in.
guts taken out. Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, like
Arm is gone.
bro. Hey
Yeah.
man, they got ultimate plot armor in this. So all right, yeah, yeah, man.
I
Speaking of
did
plot,
have
go
I did
ahead,
have
go
one
ahead.
question. Why was I thought this season was a few months after the end of season 3, but why was he wearing at the beginning of the first episode? He had like the metal covering on his arm, one on his leg.
I think
Because he just got beat up by Conquest. He was still recovering. So that was
was it
like his
still? Maybe it was like was there a time
Maybe it
skip
was your
before episode 1 and 2? Or no,
I think it
or
no, he
was
took it off
episode
the dinosaurus
one.
fight.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
holding him back.
Mm.
or maybe it was like just after he was almost recovered. And then he
That's what I was
finally.
wondering if there was a time jump or not.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah, it's not very clear. I can imagine it's like a month or two. Because
yeah.
Oliver went from a child to a teenager.
Well, Oliver is different because he's got that
The
enhanced
bug, the
aging,
bug,
the
the
bug
bug
aging.
Agent,
being there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
What's their name
Ultimate.
again?
the
Forgot.
can't remember their names, but like their race ages like super fast and stuff. That's why I was telling you his well he's aging fast and his DNA is taking over. That's why he's becoming like lighter. Like he's
Mhm.
like
Not blue anymore.
yeah, he's not blue, he's not purple.
Purple.
Um yeah, let's talk about some of the main plot points of the show. It looks like they're focusing on Mark's internal battle. Well, the first four are kind of what you guys were talking about. His Paul mentioned it. His internal battle of. I know a lot of people are like, or like Mark. He's a bitch. Like he's like he can't do anything. He always loses a fight. But I kind of think that's the point. Like his name, but he's just not. He's like a human. He's a Viltrumite, but he's like human mindset. Like he doesn't want to kill anything. I think that's like some of the biggest plot points of this show and this season particularly. He doesn't want to turn to his dad. They kind of like mentioned that towards the end of season 3 when he let go of Angstrom for the second time. He got away and he was like, "I'm done. I'm not letting anyone get away." And then he thought he killed Conquest, and then we find out at the end of episode 1, he just or
Flies
it's
away.
episode 3, and then episode 4, episode 1, he flies away in the and he thought that shit was gonna contain, bro. Like, come on, bro. Cecil. That Cecil shit, like, bro, season
Cecil
three,
I
Cecil
cannot
pisses
wait
me
to see
off.
Mark's reaction to that. That is gonna
yeah,
be
like
so
season
funny.
three, he was doing all this smart shit. He was able to nerf Mark a little bit, and then in season four, he do that dumb shit where he think like, bro, you're not holding him, but like that is a seasoned vet conquest. You're not playing around. So some of the themes, like what do you guys think about are like the major themes of the season? Something that comes to mind is like identity. What do you guys think about some of the big plot points like internal
And
struggle themes? Like what do
I,
you think about that?
I think Identity Crisis is probably the biggest one. And probably, I mean, I feel like a lot of the season he's also like struggling with what happened in his fight with Conquest, what happened to Eve, probably about what happened to Rex too, because he's always like just always down the entire season. And I mean, you also saw at the end of sorry, the episode 4, he switched his suit back.
Hmm.
So
So
I mean,
maybe
I guess
maybe turned a page. Well, it kind I can that's kind of like the point of season episode four. Maybe it was like, yeah, you got to it's okay.
I
Like
saw that it was like the lowest rated episode, but I didn't really mind it that much. Thought it
Hmm.
was
I
pretty.
mean, it was alright. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about that later. But it was alright.
But
It
like,
served its purpose, I
was
think.
that a new suit because it had the blue color, or was that his
I
at
think
the
this
end?
is OG, but I
So
I
I
don't
think
know.
he
guess
made
yeah,
him a new suit with the OG colors though.
yeah. I that's
Yeah.
he put the so yeah. I guess that's also him finally realizing that he isn't his dad. So I guess he could finally get past that. Because he was sitting talking with Damien, I think his name was, and like
When
he
he
was also saying
talked
he
like
yeah, he
this
talked
for
like it's like yeah.
the whole episode, I am Damien Darkblood. That bro. All right, keep going.
Well, he said something to Mark about like how Mark is there to help and something I kind of forgot like the whole thing he said, but I guess that also took Mark over the hump to go for the new suit. So for I guess that third chapter, because the first chapter you saw was like his OG suit where held back, he wanted to help, and then his dad just kind of trauma dumped on him. And then he got that new suit in season 3 where he wanted to be stronger, he wanted to be unlike his dad, but then when it came to Conquest, he what's it called? I mean, he thought he killed him, which is what he doesn't go against. And now you have this whole season he's fighting that, and now he has a new suit to probably get over this hump. And then who knows what kind of
And he
Mark we're gonna see
actually killed
now?
someone. He actually killed a human too. Like the guy
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
last yeah.
I
smashed his
mean,
face in.
I don't really. I feel like he did what he had to do there. Like the dome was about to break.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
All of those Sequoias were about to be gone, and also no one wants another season of like the Sequoias, whatever the fuck they're called, just
They're
taking
probably
over
gonna
the
come
entire
back. I don't
world.
know. They'll probably find their way back. We'll see.
Unless if they go
Um,
to Mars again, I don't see how that happens. But go ahead, Donald.
Paul, what do you think about the? You already kind of explained it, but or either
No,
one of the
I
plot
have
arcs.
another point though too. Like I'm thinking about Titan. We saw how like episode 3 started with like
Yeah,
him doing anything to protect his family and not mess with his family.
yeah.
And then at the end of episode 3, like Mark is beating his head in, saying, "Don't mess with my family." And I think there's also like it's something I don't really know exactly where it's going with it yet, but there is some familial protection type of theme that's going to go on this episode. Like Eve's pregnant, his dad just came, like Omni Man just came back. Debbie and Paul are about to get move in together. Like there's a bunch
Debbie
of
about
like
to go
different.
crawling back to Omni Man.
No, she's not. She's not. Anyways, but yeah, it's just a lot of different like family moving parts here that I want to keep an eye on as we go into episodes 5 through 8. And like what extent people will go to protect their family because that was Mark's only thing at first. Um,
Mm-hmm.
changed his suit now, so I don't know he still stands with that, but yeah.
What are you guys' opinion on Mark? Do you guys like him as a main character? I know a lot of people think he a bitch and shit, but I fuck with him. Like, he cool. He cool with
Yeah,
me.
I like him. I mean, I do think he's really annoying, but like I think that's like part of like
Yeah.
what makes him so great is like he's not perfect. Um, I don't know. He reminds me kind of, I mean, it is different. It is a lot different, but like he reminds me kind of Peter Parker just in the sense of like he's like a naive like young kid and like he makes mistakes and does like really stupid shit sometimes, but like he always has good intentions. So like I don't know. I think they're
I feel
like
like Peter Parker was more like I don't know, like maybe because he doesn't whine. Like Mark just be whining and shit.
mhm.
Like sometimes, and like he didn't want to fight the his other alternate versions because well, obviously she was already in the hospital. Like there's nothing else you could do. Like in your family,
Yeah.
you got a little nigga Oliver out there fighting, bro. Like hey, come on, bro.
Yeah.
That was in season 3.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Haas. What do you think about Mark as a character?
I think he's a good main character because, like Park said, he makes like the mistake. Like if we had Omni-Man as the main character, it'd probably be like the same episode over and over again, where he just like murks a bunch of people. But like with Mark, you can add like these side quests with like he has Alan, you got a side quest with Eve, you got the Guardians, and he kind of just like fits in with all of them. But I will say I do think there are like more entertaining storylines with like Omni-Man and all, but I do like Mark as the driving figure
Mhm.
Mhm.
because he still has room to grow. We don't know his full potential. We don't know about what him and Eve turn out. Because I
Mhm.
mean, there's probably my only fear about the show, dude, is like the same guy who made The Walking Dead directed this show, and like that show didn't know when to end. Like what they went 11 seasons. Like
Yeah.
I'm praying this show
I think
doesn't do
he's
that.
gonna well the he's just adapting the comics. He said it wanted to be like 7 seasons or some shit like that.
Because yeah, the books are really long.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. I think when I saw something on TikTok, it was like they're on season 4 or 7, or like he has 7 seasons of content he wants to do or something like that.
So we're
Paul,
like
what do you
kind of
think?
at the halfway point.
Yeah. Well, Paul. Well, it was kind of weird. Like in the war, like that's kind of like, well, how long is this war? All right, Paul. What do you think about Mark uh, in this season, particularly? What are your overall thoughts on him?
Yeah. I
You don't
do
like
think
that
I like
character?
the way Mark is headed. I was a big fan of episode 4, and I think that um will lead to more of the direction I think I would like him to go. I think he's okay. I think they're setting him up to like eventually be someone who like can be confident in his own decision making, kind of like Cecil. Um, but not to that exact, but like that's just an example. Um, but yeah, I like him. He's a kid, kind of like what Park said. He's like Peter Parker. Um, Going through a lot, dealing with a lot, has no therapist, so he's just kind of reacting without anybody to process with. Um,
Nah, his therapist is bro who makes his suits.
he's not. He just gives him suits.
No, he was talking to him.
That's not an actual therapist. Just
He
because
don't
it's
need to
someone he
be.
could
He
talk
don't
Some
need.
to.
He don't
who
need.
listened to them. Yeah,
He don't
just
need to be licensed.
No, there's some skills
You
that
not your
license.
girl's therapist. Whatever you talk to. All right, we're not gonna talk about that, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could be a therapist.
No. If you're there's a reason why it's a profession. Okay,
Hmm.
I could be a pickup basketball player. That doesn't make me a professional basketball player. The same thing. There's
Yeah, you
different levels
suck.
too. There's different levels too.
Yeah, you're trash. You're right. All right. All right. Now we're moving on to another one of the. I think this might be the favorite of the just like characters that most people like. Omni Man, aka Nolan. Um, he's had a major turnaround since season 1, which at the end of the season, everyone was like, "Oh, he's just evil. Like, is he the big bad villain and stuff?" But now we see that he actually has a different side. He's starting to change, and we starting to see he's helping out the coalition to find weapons to help destroy the filter my empire once and for all. Which he's also, well, I also think that's a compelling storyline. Is he's conflicted about destroying his, species, but like there's only 50 of them left, and he still has love for his, obviously he has love for his species and stuff. So it's kind of conflicting for him, and I also think that it's a cool like side plot of him and Alan's friendship developing. I think that's one of the main plot points that's I like in this show. and you kind of see that in episode two. What do you guys think of Nolan? Open up for anybody to answer that question. What do you guys think of Nolan, and where can his story go from here?
I mean, I feel like I thought I didn't know how much more of Nolan we were going to see after season one. I mean, he definitely has had shit ton less screen time, but I feel like he's also a little skeptical about kill. I don't know, it's just me that he's skeptical about killing off his race because if he's the only one left, then what if they just try and kill him right after? Or they just,
Yeah,
you know, use him. But I mean, I feel like unless he betrays them again, the only thing he really can do is just try and make up for it. Like, I don't see how he can win Debbie back though. I don't really
that
see how he
Viltra
can.
did.
Yeah, but that Paul did
Hey,
that real
Paul's fit.
apparently.
Paul got that fit, bro. Not you, Paul. Talking about Paul on the show, bro. He got them fits, bro. He look, he be putting that shit on. For real.
I feel like I don't know how him and Mark relationship can be saved. So I feel like after this, I don't really know what more is
Yeah.
left for Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I was wondering the same too. I don't know. I was surprised because I've obviously watched like the whole show in the past month or something. Like my initial read on Omni-Man was like I don't know, obviously he started off it seems like he's the main character or whatever, then he does like this horrible thing and I was like okay, he's just like reverting to like the main villain now. Like I never envisioned him even like switching sides, so I think the fact that he did is like considering it is really interesting. And not something I expected as someone with zero knowledge about it whatsoever coming in. So, I think he's had a good arc. And yeah, he's obviously never gonna be able to fully repay for what he did, to Earth, but I think he's at this point just doing it for himself, it seems like, because I think he like feels guilt um for what he did, which is some decent character progression. But yeah, I agree with Haas. I don't after this, whatever happens with the war and everything, I don't really know where they go. I'd be interested to see if he's involved at all or what, but I don't know.
I did like his backstory though.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
did
that
like
that
that part where
was yeah, that was a great. I ain't gonna lie, that was like probably the best,
like,
my favorite moment.
yeah, yeah, like just finding out like how the Viltrumites got what's it called? They got wiped out,
Mhm.
and then you find out who did it. Yeah, I like want to find out more about that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the
And like the
Betrayer, is that
rival,
his name? He's a
yeah, the
really
betrayer.
interesting. Yeah, I want to see more about him. He's a really interesting character.
Yeah, Paul, what did you think about Nolan? Yeah.
I'm honestly not a fan. I'm kind of tired of redemption arcs and like, uh, do I care about you becoming a good guy now? Like, no, not really. This is about you switching sides to be apparently good is not gonna help Mark progress as his own individual. It's only gonna hinder him, as we said
How is that?
before.
How would that hinder him?
As we said
Go ahead.
before, he doesn't want to be his dad. If he sees his dad on his side, he's gonna be confused.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like he was already confused because in season two he didn't really want to help him, but then he
Right
did.
now, he wants to be on the opposite
Yeah,
side of his
but
dad.
I think he's say that again.
He doesn't want to be his dad. He wants to be
No,
everything his dad does. He wants to do the opposite. If he and his dad are
Well,
well,
working
I
together,
think
no, I don't think so.
I think if he sees his dad with Alan, I think that's gonna like because I think Mark trusts Alan, so I think that's gonna be kind of a buffer that helps him like maybe come to
this
terms
dude
with
got
the
his
fact that
face beat in by his dad. You know how much trauma that is,
Yeah, but he
bro.
don't want to be. He want to be forgiven. Like he don't want to be like his dad. Like he's a forgiving person.
yeah, I don't
I
see
don't think
Mark
Except
he
for
forgives his
I don't
dad.
see the
he
Mark
won't
as
forgive D.A. Sinclair. You seen that? I seen
Yeah,
some clip
yeah, he
about
won't
that.
forgive Sinclair. So why would he forgive his dad?
His
His dad
family.
did worse.
His family.
I
he's a
don't think
family
he's like a
man.
Fam
family. I don't think
family
he's
over
like that
everything.
though.
He is like that though. He
He
already kind
protects
of
his
forgave.
family. He protects his family, but I don't think he's like family over everything.
Hmm.
He might.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
feel like
mean, he
he's
That's
very
did.
my
have
thing.
gone
You
with
I'm just
him.
actually
tired of Nolan. I don't care for him at all. I don't care what he does.
you don't care for him?
No, I don't.
We'll see about that.
Feel like
Uh,
he's got to die, right? Like eventually, Nolan's got to get
Thrag's
bested
gonna
by one
Yeah,
of the.
maybe
fuck him
he'll
up.
Yeah, he'll like
sacrifice
die in one of.
himself to save the
Yeah,
Earth. I could see that.
or I feel like yeah, like Thrag like fucks him up at the end of season 4 in front of Mark,
That'd be kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie.
and then Mark like bitches out on killing him. He's like, no, I can't do it, and then it's like
Mm,
the end right there. Yeah,
The cycle continues. Yeah.
yeah, the cycle continues. Like I do want the cycle to end. Like Mark's got to either like I don't know, dude. It's like he keeps talking about like I don't want to be my dad. I don't want to be my dad. I don't want to be my dad. But then he does everything that his dad does, and it's like,
That's what
well,
like he's coming to a
like,
point of realizing like that's the conversation he had with
but it's
Damien
like you
Dark. Like,
can be your dad, but you can also be like a better version.
Mhm.
Like,
is there?
because
Oh,
like,
you know what? I'm gonna drop it.
but yeah, I
no,
know what
say
you're
what
like.
you're gonna
Is
say.
there like he's just flying around like just every time they fly like people like buildings, the whole city gets destroyed. So like, it's just kind of one of those things where probably just gonna have to eat it if you want to save the world, like he says he wants to do.
Yeah, good insight.
But then that'll Cecil story with how like he's afraid of Mark, and I guess well, eventually
Yeah.
those two are gonna collide again.
Um, Another character that has been well, she's kind of like not background, but like this is Adam Eve. She's kind of being she's OP as fuck, low key. Like her powers are kind of like crazy. Well, I guess I gotta nerf her a little bit because she's pregnant, but I think, or I don't know what's going on with her. ED, as Haas says. Um, I think that she's been not sidelined, but like I feel like they could. I feel like they will. I know they're focusing on market stuff right now, but I feel like they could flesh her situation out more because like we don't know. I guess we don't know too much, but like they're not. I'm waiting to see like season rest of the season, but they got. I feel like they got to like push
All you
them more into that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I
all
feel
you see
like
with Eve is like she's in the scene, she tries to do a power, it melts, she cries, and like you see that 15 different times. Like
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like they need to
yeah.
do like flesh it out more. Like I want to just know
Yeah,
like
like
what's the
it's yeah, I don't really like what I've seen with her so far this season. Like last season, I thought she was great. Like it was like she was like really involved and it was all building up. And then in the Conquest fight, she was like sick. Like the stuff she did to Conquest was like OP, and then obviously she got murked, and then she's back. And ever since then, she's kind of just been like you said, sidelined. And I don't really know. I mean, obviously she's pregnant and she's losing her powers, but like where do we go from there? Like
you know,
I don't know.
Paul? What do you gonna say about that?
Yeah, I don't really like what they did with Adam Eve either. Um, I don't like the way that they're tying her losing her powers to her being pregnant. Like that sounds
Yeah.
very traditional, old
Yeah.
fashioned. Like if you're pregnant, you gotta sit at the
Well,
house and do nothing.
no. Well, maybe it's like she has two people in her, so like her whole because like her whole thing is like she messes with like particles and atoms and shit. Maybe her own atoms are fucked up because she has a kid now, or
So
she's
like
having a child.
either way, it's making the pregnancy seem like it's a negative thing,
Mhm.
and I don't think that's a way to go about
Well,
displaying pregnancy on
yeah,
screen.
that's. Well, I think she'll
see
still have the
when
kid.
I thought it
No,
was because she like recreated herself
she did do that
essentially.
too, so that could be a
Yeah,
factor.
like but then like they tie in the pregnancy, so now it's like
What if
which
it's
one
not
is
Mark's
it?
kid?
That's who I thought the same thing. I
What?
was like, oh, what
What
about
if what if it's Bulletproof's kid?
Bulletproof. There's never mind. I've seen too many stuff on TikTok about that shit, bro. Yeah, so we're all just waiting to see what they do with her. I do like her character. What do you guys think about her and Mark's relationship? I think it's good so far. I feel like they're moving fast. Like it was like when he broke up with Amber in season 3, or was that season 3?
Yeah,
Or was it
I
season
think
2? So
so.
season 3 they broke up, and then like they were automatically like it was like they were meant for each other. So like it was kind of moving fast. Like, but I kind of like their dynamic. Like they kind of have good chemistry. I just want to see it develop more. Yeah, what do you guys think about their relationship? in this season particularly.
I mean, how do
But
you imagine the pacing of a superhero power couple?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think they might get to like a boiling point, if you will, eventually, because they're both kind of in this situation where they're both like dealing with like a lot of shit like on their own, like separately.
Like
And
they're
it's gonna get
already, yeah. Go ahead.
it's gonna get to a point where like she has her stuff, he has his stuff, and there's gonna be like, they're gonna kind of have to like fend for themselves or maybe not like be there for each other or something. I feel like is gonna happen there where just like I don't know, they might get in an argument or something just because like they both have like a ton of shit going on, and I feel like I mean, especially Mark is just like so busy and like has all this Viltrumite war stuff coming up now, so I could see something blowing up in their faces pretty soon.
Probably her saying she's pregnant.
He's
No,
going.
but
He's going to get the milk.
no, but I
Welcome,
mean,
Jerry Springer.
her dad also, whenever I think it was the first episode when they had
Yeah.
dinner and they went outside and he was like
Her dad
the
is such
only dude
He was worse in the comics, but they made
Yeah,
him.
bro.
I
Yes, I
heard about the
seen
stuff in the
that.
comics, dude. It was terrible.
Yeah, bro.
really
It was like that scene that they had at that talk. It was like
was
way calmer in the show than in
Yeah,
the comic.
wait, how is he worse? He was like
He was like,
she
dang, I
hate
can't
more.
believe you took her. Like she's already been fucked 3 times. Like I can't believe like
Jesus.
yeah, I would never be the third person. Like something crazy like
yeah. He
that.
did say he
Like
basically said that. He's like, I thank you for taking her because she's not a virgin. Which
yeah.
basically it was very
damn.
again very
Wow.
traditional old fashioned way of thinking, but
Yeah, that's like that 2000s writing, bro.
exactly
Yeah, he had to switch that up because he knew, like, yeah, I can't write. I
that would have
can't.
got canceled if you put it out there now.
But yeah, like Park said, like every time they're on screen together, they're both just like breaking down about something that they're going through.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Like he was trying to like call her about what's it called? Him killing the person, how he needs someone while she was at the same time like losing her mind, losing her
yeah,
powers.
yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like she's more of like this season. She's been more of a like a shoulder to cry on instead of like her own character. But then she also has that power thing, which is also maybe a reason why. I just wanted to see her do more. I like her character. Yeah, I think she just should be doing more in my opinion. But yeah,
Feel like they got to
uh,
do something with Oliver too. Like he's kind of doing like feel like he's kind of like the same thing now too, where it's like,
yeah.
"Mom, no," and then he like gets rebellious and flies off, and then
Well, he's about to go to war with Mark.
yeah, we're about to see.
He's probably getting
I mean,
fucked up, but
he's gonna see Omni-Man too. That's probably gonna be something interesting.
That
like
scene in season 3 when Conquest has
when he
Oliver and he's
dribbled
just
him.
like
Oh
ripping
Oh
him
yeah,
yeah,
off.
that's
he's
it.
ripping.
Like this. Ugh.
He's just a kid.
He's just a kid, bro.
That's my boy. My boy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, okay. So we got those three. Those kind of like the main three. And then, is there any other characters that y'all are enjoying in this season? For me, I would say I like the way they're handling Debbie. Kind of like I like the way they're handling Debbie, but because like in the comics, she was like way different. Like she was like a bitch, basically. Like she was
Mhm.
soft as fuck.
Oh,
And like she like in the this is what they're saying in the comments, like she would just do everything for Nolan, like it didn't matter. But I think in this, like she'll be different. I was joking obviously earlier when I said she would go back to Nolan. I don't think she will. I think that she's a stronger character in this adaptation, which is good. That's kind of like one of the characters I want to shout out. Any other characters that you guys found interesting in this season, or just overall that you guys were interested in? You want to talk about real quick?
shout out
Oh,
Satan. I think he's gonna be.
That weak at he
I think
weak as
he's.
hell.
I think they're gonna like the way they keep pointing at Damien Darkblood at the end of episodes. Like I feel like this Viltrumite war is gonna end, and then we're gonna get
Hell
this
arc.
Satan is
under.
trash. He can't fight.
We're gonna get the Underrealm arc. So
Volcanica though. Volcanica is
Satan
OP.
she
can't
was
fight.
OP, and she had a gooner
Volcanica is
skin.
OP.
Oh, she definitely had a gooner skin. I've always liked
Kid
Donald.
friendly podcast. by the way.
I was like, bro, there's no way this is real.
Yeah, bro. It's literally like she just looked lava and then she had boobs. It was literally what it was. Like that's literally what it was. Yeah, but
But
Satan is trash, bro. Like, bro got demolished in like 1 second, and then Mark just continuously beheads her, the girl. Any other
yeah, dude,
characters?
she can't
Like,
die either. Like
yeah,
Mark, yeah,
Yeah, you
Mark
like yeah.
without thinking like three of the or two of the
The
times. And
episode
I've
there
always
were some funny moments in the episode. And he's like, I'm not bowing down to Satan or whatever. Like that
yeah,
was funny.
nah.
I've always
Uh,
liked Donald. Like I always thought like his was interesting and like they showed I think was the last season where he kind of found out what
yeah, he's
happened
been.
to him and how he's died like multiple times.
He's died like 40 times. Like that's
But
Yeah.
good.
like I want to see more of him. I've always liked him.
Mm-hmm.
I like
And like
Mark,
Donald.
I
you got a
thought
character? Or,
I just want to see more Alan. Want to
mm.
see um
I like Robot. I mean, well, I like Robot, but he's kind of like an interesting character to me because like I
mhm.
don't. He doesn't have like he gives off like I don't know. He's good, but like he could turn later because he has like he's stealing people's identities. He's good right now, but
I like I like the new leader of the Guardians.
I did
It's
too.
voiced by Jonathan Banks,
mm,
Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking
Cat
Bad.
Brit. Like, his name's like Brit or
Britt,
something.
yeah, I like him a lot more than whatever that fucking the guy dating
Immortal.
Mid-mortal, dude.
Immortal dude.
That
Mid-mortal.
fraud.
Yeah, dude, he's
Mid-mortal. Bro
mid-mortal.
always dying, bro. He's always dying.
Who was with
He's
Duplicate? Smash.
Well, if he wasn't dying, how would he show off he's immortal? You know what I'm saying?
He just lived forever. What do you mean?
yeah, I like Britt
Yeah.
more. I think he's I don't know, better leader.
Immortal will never die.
Just
He just
mid.
keeps living. It's just,
That's the point.
well, he said if he keeps, he said, well, what, say that what you said again?
I was just saying, like he got to keep getting beat up to
No,
show
he
that he's
doesn't. He could
immortal.
just live
If he just
forever.
won every fight, you would be like, oh, he's just strong as heck.
No, he just never dies. He's lived throughout all of history. That's the point. Yeah, but he doesn't need to get beat up we didn't know that. We just know he don't die. He just
Some
live.
people say like Brett. I was like kind of wishy-washy on Rex. Like, or I didn't love Rex at first, like the original Rex Explode, but he grew on
Uh,
me a ton. And then when he died, I was like pretty sad. And I feel like he's been like sorely missed this season. Like, I don't know, the Guardian, like I I don't
I
really
don't care for the
when it's
Guardians.
just the Guardians on screen and not Mark and not anyone else, like I don't really enjoy it as much this season as I did in the past because I just feel like they're like missing something. I feel like it's like just like Rex or just like
He
I don't
was
know.
the
I feel like he
comedic
brought a
relief.
different dynamic to that team that's kind of not there anymore. So
Mm, okay, okay. We kind of talked about this with the Viltrumite pass, but I want to talk about your favorite moment from the first 4 episodes so far. Mine, obviously, I already said it. It was the Viltrumite backstory. I thought that was insane, and I thought the craziest part was the death ring around the planet. I thought that was crazy because you don't think about like there's no way like all of them die, but then you see like literally the whole planet is a thick ring like around the planet of dead people. And I'm just like, bro, they would be OP if they were not like killed off by this scourge virus. And then you find out that the betrayer did that, and that kind of was like the icing on the cake of dang. And then I just that's kind of like my favorite episode slash moment of the season. What do you guys? What was yours? If you had the same, it's fine. But if you had different ones, let me know.
For me, it was one of Damien Darkblood and Mars conversations. I don't know exactly. Honestly, just that whole every
I
time
think
they
I
talk to
know
each
what you're
other,
talking about. Yeah, yeah.
they just have
It's like
very
more of like an
good conversations.
introspective, like
I
I
did think
don't.
that was interesting with the ages, age one,
Yeah, and like them, and then like trying to explain to Mark that like the line between good and evil
killing
is
and
very blurry. It's gray, but like you're choosing between one evil and another, and it's like the lesser of two evils, which I think is even going to get broken down even more. But I like what he helped Mark get through that allowed him to be able to like enjoy being a superhero again, at least for like 2 seconds before Omni Man and Alan show up. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Viltrumite backstory was one of my favorite, and then yeah, just the um in episode 4, I feel like we saw, I mean, it obviously like wasn't like a ton of action or any, it was kind of just like a little side quest from Mark, but I feel like we kind of got a lot of, we got to see like a lot of growth from him internally. So, yeah.
No, dude, learning about what Nolan, his backstory was awesome.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Like
I agree with
finding
that.
out, yeah, like finding out how, what's he called? Like you see that his mom and dad, well, first of all, with the kids, he was like, see y'all tomorrow. The two of y'all are gonna die. Like, and just like,
That is
yeah,
crazy. That is
it's like,
crazy
so he
too.
was like, if you're smart, bring a weapon. And then
Yeah,
his
bro.
mom, and then his mom and dad start coming to beat the shit out of him to like, that's how they turn into an adult, which you see like, he beat the shit. Oh, maybe that's why he beat the shit out of Mark, right? I
Hmm.
didn't even.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
yeah.
yeah,
well,
I
yeah, I
mean,
guess. I mean, basically.
you'd think he'd hold back like his dad did, and like how like their mom
Well, he
walked
did.
away
He
and
didn't
was
kill
he
him.
did hold back. He didn't kill him.
Yeah, he didn't kill him.
yeah, but he flew him through like two cities.
Think, Mark.
Yeah, honestly, the that backstory episode reminded me of like Sparta, like what we know about like Sparta from like ancient Greek. Like that's kind of like they're a mix of that militaristic conquest idea with like they had a couple of science labs and like they seem to be decent thinkers. So it seemed to just be like a mix of all the great Greek civilizations, and then just like internal growth to eventually conquer everything. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
I
You
forgot
also saw that.
it might have been like a TikTok or YouTube video I saw on this, but it was basically like pointing out the fact it's like, I don't know, like the whole idea of Viltrum as a society just seems like flawed. It's like, how did they like thrive for as long as they did when like
They
we saw
just,
like they were just so ruthless even to their own kind. Like how did they like how were they such a
how were they able to survive that long?
successful, like they had so many people, like such a large population. Like I don't know, like it's
They
just
were fucking. Yeah,
They
They
breeded a
murked.
bunch. They had other people doing work for them.
They
yeah.
Like
murked
they had
like
slaves
everything that
and
was like. They
they had
murked
slaves.
everything that nerfed them.
yeah,
Yeah.
too. They had all these planets in their
Like
like
genetic mutation.
Yeah, yeah, like you said,
domain.
they hired that other planet to take out the other forgot what it was.
Yeah, I forgot what they're called, but yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, but that whole Viltrum, I'm really interested to see how they
He also saw that it like
introduce
traumatized
Thrag.
Nolan so much that he almost killed the betrayer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because he got sick. Because he got sick too, right? Like he was the one
yeah. I
that
think they
got
all
dragged
got
to
sick, and they're
bed.
just like,
Mhm.
everybody got sick, but not everybody died. Yeah,
yeah, it was just crazy. It- How did he
Billions
survive?
of
Like,
people died.
you're the stronger Viltrumite.
that's why Mark is OP. All right, so now we talk about our best moments. Let's talk about some of the weak points, criticisms that y'all have. For me, um, episode 4. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, I don't really have any too many complaints, but like it was just like dragged on. I felt like a little longer than I thought it could have been, which it was not bad, but it was unnecessary for Mark to like finally get over that hump, I guess, of realizing, hey, I can kill, but not be my dad. Like I can, like he was talking with Danny and Darkblood. He was like, no, there always is another way besides killing or torture or whatever. And he was like, and Damien was like, no, like sometimes, no, it's not like it's necessary. He's like, okay, but you'll still like be yourself or some in those realms. He said something like that, and which was good. That was a good part, but I didn't really find the fight against the lava lady. What was her name? What was her name again?
Volcanica.
Volcanica.
I didn't really find that interesting. Like Satan was lame as hell. I thought he was gonna be strong, but got sliced in 1 second. And then Mark solved it just like that. Which I mean, it was like, okay. Like, why are they here? And even Mark was like, he was like monotone the whole episode. He was like, bro, I have to be here. Like, really? Like, he didn't even want to be there for real. Well, he did. I
He's
mean,
like, call me if she comes back.
yeah, like he was just like straight face the whole episode. But yeah, that and I'm trying to think.
I
The
think Parks for me like made it clear that like I every time the Guardians were on screen, I was just like, can I skip this fight and then just see what happens at the end? Um, I didn't realize that until you said that, but like, yeah, I just really
He,
like the fights are
it's because the animation is not good. Was not great.
it was
Which
not super impressive to me, and it's just like I want to hear more dialogue. I want them to like figure out like what is going on. Like I don't care if
yeah.
you're like punching the stupid person with a squid on their face or like
I
the
feel like they
alien that's weak as poop. Like it's just like,
I feel like Rex was like the heart of that team. Yeah, and like now there's I don't know, they just feel like much more of like I mean, they've always kind of been like
Generic
no, what's the word? Like
filler.
they've always been like coworkers in a
role
sense,
players.
but with
NPC.
well, no, I mean it was more like a business relation. Like we're here to do a
Oh
job, but
yeah.
like with Rex, it was like more of like a family vibe. But now it just seems like they're just like coworkers and just here to do our job. Stop evil, whatever. Like there's no like I don't know,
Yeah, I get
I
that.
don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
In episode 4, we saw that the like skeleton ghost, whatever, took the host of
Oh,
the girl.
Cal or whatever his name.
That's like a
What
gag.
wasn't that from like season 3?
It was like episode. The first, it was in the first season where they were like, where the girls came and they were like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
But then but then she was
I only
like,
take male hosts," and then
yeah.
yeah.
he goes back to slumber. Then
I
the next
forgot.
season, something. It's been in every season. I can't remember what happened in season two.
Yeah.
But then but this season she was like, where did Mark go? Right? Like, so was she was like, how did he just like?
I
Because they like
think
spawned him at the ritual.
uh, there was some episode where Mark came and like shut him down or something like that,
Oh,
and
I don't.
it helped the girl. And it was in the past season, I
Dude, this
think.
goes right into my point. Too many subplots in this season, dude.
Yeah.
Just like it's like everywhere you go, subplot, subplot, subplot,
well,
subplot.
like
I'm like,
what y'all said earlier, like they got to fill the runtime. They know that we know they're going 8 episodes. They can't just show the Viltrumite fight because that's only going to be maximum 2 episodes. So they got to build to it
Yeah.
and then set
I
themselves up for the future season. So I think
I do
it's
hear that. I
I want.
think my gripe isn't the fact that it's like, oh, we're not at Viltrumite, whatever yet. I don't know. It's the fact that there's like 7 or 8 different like storylines. I feel like if it was like they focused on like two
two
or
or three.
three and like went more in depth on those, I feel like that would be better. Like just it would, but I don't know.
Yeah,
That's maybe just like a personal preference thing,
Like
but
more Eve, like more of what's going on with her. Shoot, I wouldn't mind a little bit more Oliver. And
I
but
kind of
then
they're
want
not
to
really
see.
doing
probably
anything
more.
though. Like
I
Eve
want
is
to
out of
see.
commission, and Oliver just does
Yeah,
what he's told.
I want to see the episode. It's kind of moves in our next. What we want to see for the next 4 episodes. I kind of want to see an episode of like Rex and Monster Girl where they just age like hella in the other dimension
Oh
because we know
yeah,
like a
the
day is
age.
like hella years or something in the other
oh yeah, that's why they're
No,
like
it
so
goes
prepared,
backwards
right?
for them, so they're gonna age super slow. Because the Flaxes age super fast on Earth.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how they
yeah.
have the little radiator or like whatever that thing,
Because
the emitter.
they've had like a ton of time to prepare when in Earth time it's only been like a year or whatever. Like
So you're saying that they're gonna age? It's gonna go by years
Slower.
and years. So they're gonna be
slower.
like immortal. So they're gonna be like immortal basically
Sure.
in the other dimension.
Until they get
Yeah,
out.
I want to see that. I want to see them like they age. Well, it's only gonna. Well, they might age like. You think they'll age them? Like if
No,
they
I
go
don't
and they
think
had to
they'll
find
age
a
at
way back.
all. I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah.
It'll be
Wow,
like Interstellar,
I
dude.
would want to see that.
Whenever
Yeah,
they
like
come back,
Interstellar, like when it,
when
yeah,
they
when
come
they come
back and
back,
they're young, that guy's always like, "We've been waiting years."
or maybe they'll be like gone like 20,000 years, but they'll only be gone like 1 month in the real world.
Oh yeah, that's
when
interesting.
they come back, they're like way older. They're like middle aged or like old people. Not old people, but like they're like they age. They actually age though. You know what I mean?
I don't think they'll age, but I think mentally they'll just be like, man, we've been gone for so long, but
Oh,
really it's
they
just a
don't even
different
remember them.
show.
They'll be like, it was so long ago I saw you, bro. It was like 20,000 years ago. So
It's like,
like,
no, that was yesterday. Yeah, I
bro,
think
that
it'll be
was
something
like
like that.
a month ago or some
That would
shit,
be
bro.
interesting. I'm more interested in the mental aspect of that than like the physical, because I don't think physically they'll change. Maybe I think the only thing they could do, but it wouldn't make sense, is if like the guy who's robot Rex grows up to be like looking like Rex.
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
could
they
be
would do
interesting.
that. It wouldn't make sense, but that would be interesting to
Well,
me.
he
I
was
think.
already trying to take his identity. Literally, he wasn't even in the ground, and he took his name.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna
Bro,
keep
that
doing
was
with that.
crazy.
Some sort of personality disorder, but we'll see.
That's supposed to be your man's. You
Identity
just
disorder.
taking.
Bro, he's been like four different people now, dude. He was first that like baby tube,
Yeah,
Oh, dude, that was so weird.
then he was just a robot, and then he was that little kid, and now he's Rex.
yeah, bro.
Moody Rex.
So, what's your prediction for? You got any predictions for the war? Anybody gonna die? You think, or you think it's too early for that? And what do you think Thrag's gonna do? I think he's gonna beat the shit out of everybody. He's
I
like,
think he's gonna
wait,
beat the shit out of Omni-Man.
Yeah.
you think he'll kill? Well, not kill him, but like just.
I have not this season. I don't think. That'd be cool if he killed Omni-Man this season.
I think it's gonna be a similar fight to like
Omni
Mark
Man versus
Conquest
versus
Mark.
and
where like they're like they think they kill Thrag, someone sacrifices himself, hopefully Omni Man. Um, and
I don't
then
think that anything like that is gonna happen because it's like how many seasons? They got so many seasons left.
yeah, but I don't think like I said, almost kill Thrag. Like just enough so that like Eve can actually have the baby and not worry about her life being taken over by Viltrumite.
Hmm.
Mhm.
If they decide to let Eve have her baby. I actually have no idea what they're gonna do with that because we're in a
Yeah.
new abortion era.
Yeah, I don't
But
think the.
yeah, I was like, aren't they like 17, 18 years old?
I think they're
no, they're like
18 because
21.
no. He's a freshman in college technically.
He was a freshman in college.
Dropped out.
Yeah,
In
Yeah,
season
well,
two.
true. That is
yeah, but that
true.
wasn't that long. I mean, he might be like
Has it
20.
only been
He
like
said they
6?
just said he said in the season he was like you're not even old enough to drink. He said that
Oh
before.
yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
So he's like
Yeah.
20.
True. Oh, under 21.
Probably
Yeah.
like 19 or 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't think they literally can do anything. They have their own business. Didn't they have their own like apartment slash house at some
They were
point?
saving up for it.
Yeah.
Uh,
They never actually moved in, I
Can
think.
but
she
yeah,
just
I'm
like?
sure now
Oh,
that
she
Paul's
can't make
moving
it.
in,
I
she
was
can
gonna say
get
she
a.
could just make her own
She can
shit,
just
but she
make a
can't.
house. Like they don't live
Remember,
by
she did
regular
that
human
one
rules.
time and it collapsed. Her dad like
Oh
fucking shoved
yeah,
it in her face with the newspaper.
I remember that.
She's like, there's consequences to your actions.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, when it fell under the ground. Yeah,
Her
yeah.
Yeah,
father's a
he's
her
such a
father's a
hater, dude.
bitch. Yeah, he's a hater.
He's a hater.
He's not.
Her
I
both
mean,
her
like,
both
could
her
you
parents are
imagine
a
though? Put
hater.
yourself in his shoes. Put yourself in his shoes, right? Like,
Bro, I'm gonna
you have
support
your
my daughter.
daughter who has superpowers,
Yeah, I'm gonna let her do it. You let her do what you do.
but
How
she could
did we
die,
ever
and she's
they ever
almost
say how
died
she
multiple
gets
times.
superpowers?
Yeah, but
Uh,
making a building is different than almost dying.
He doesn't want her to use the superpowers, so she doesn't have the chance of dying.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna be like, don't die, but like, I'm not. I can't stop her. Who gonna stop me?
You can't stop her, but you could get on her every time something harmful happens when she uses her powers.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be hateful about it. That's just me.
Do you think he's? I don't think he's hateful. I just think he's overly protective, which would make sense if it's your only daughter.
Yeah.
And I don't think he really loves his wife like that. I don't know what their relationship's like. So this is like his most important being in the world.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else that Talk about war theories. Okay. Yeah. Any final thoughts before we get on up out of here? Anything y'all want to say before we get on up out of here?
I mean, I don't know, just from like what I've watched from like people who have already seen the whole season and stuff, they say I've heard like episode 5 is the best episode in the season, and I've heard episode 5 is like where it really starts to take off, and like the second half of the season is like crazy. So very interested to see how things ramp up and how the rest of the season goes. But yeah, I very, I would say I have pretty high expectations, and I'm definitely expecting an up in quality from the first half of the season. And if it's not, then I think I'll be disappointed.
So would you rate this season so far? You would rate it the lowest season out of the first 4 episodes. It's kind of hard to like
Yeah, that is
say.
difficult. Projecting on how I think it's gonna go, definitely not. Yeah, I still think 2 is the worst in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anything else, Paul? You got something you want to say or something?
Oh yeah,
Pass.
shout out Dinosaurus. I think he's gonna be if they decide to invest in him, I think he's gonna be very interesting
He
of it.
was
Uh,
OP.
He's
yeah.
gotta come back. Yeah, he's gotta come back.
I think he's gonna. Well, his is he have like multiple
He's
personalities?
kind of like Hulk, but instead of getting angry, if he gets bored
Smart. He just gets
intellectually, he
smarter.
turns. If he gets bored intellectually, he turns into Dinosaurus.
Is that what it is?
It's like if he's not stimulated mentally, he just like his brain goes somewhere else, and then he
Crashes
turns
You
into
out.
saw
this.
that? You saw that online? I don't know anything
Yeah, I was
about
watching a YouTube video about it.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think that could be a good.
It's like, how do you stop somebody? Like he's strong. Like Dinosaurus isn't just a punk, but
Yeah, but he
like
was talking about like his plan. Was he talking about Earth when he was like, "Get this
yeah, he
planet
had like his little
is
Thanos
me"?
plan, like get rid of
Uh,
millions, save billions.
Oh yeah.
But
I
yeah,
think he would agree.
I
I
kind of
think he would
I'm
agree
interested.
with that.
Dinosaurus and Satan are probably my two favorite characters in this season so far.
Anyways, um, if Haj, you got anything to say? Last
Yeah, I'm
words.
interested to see how everything comes together with all the storylines that they've made up. I have pretty high hopes. Like, I think it should be. I mean, they haven't even introduced like the person they've been building up for seasons.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Thrag. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
and yeah, so
and his
Have they
barber.
really been building up to Thrag for 4 seasons?
I think so. Like,
Yeah, they've
he's
been
like the
building up to his
main.
barber.
No, like when was the
Got
first
that
time they mentioned
clean.
Thrag? Like for real?
I think like
Oh,
season 2.
Okay.
I think it's the end of season 2,
Oh, end of
or
season two.
I think they might have teased Conquest in the end of season 2, or
Well, I don't think, yeah, like he might have only been name dropped or I don't even know if he's been name dropped, but like,
but like
we're just always teasing like this, like leader of the Viltrum. I mean, there was always that, like,
the
But
main
the
Viltrumite.
threat out there that, yeah, there's this main guy.
yeah, I don't know. I think we're giving more hype to Thrag than Invincible's gonna give hype to Thrag. I think we might be disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
he
Because
gonna
I don't think
tear up.
the main villain of Invincible so far has been Mark. Like him versus himself. He can't get over what he's trying to do. He can't figure out himself.
Hmm.
And I don't think
Now
they're
you
just gonna
got
give that up.
Thrag and his
I don't think they're
barber.
gonna give that up just because Big Bad Viltrum might see. I don't know.
Plot twist.
Niggas will
Angel
take
Levy's just
over.
gonna show up for the final 2 episodes again.
What's
Yeah,
that
I think
again?
he disappears. I think he does a
I
conquest in
said
season 5.
Angstrom Levy's just gonna show up
Oh,
the last two
Angstrom,
episodes
dude,
again.
come on,
He's just gonna
Yeah,
show
this
up
cat.
again.
bro.
Yeah. I mean, I
Bro,
don't.
I
he's
do
He's
just
like
gonna
gonna
show. He's
Angstrom.
gonna
break
show
three
up
of
with.
Mark's head.
He's gonna show up with 50 thrags this time instead of
He's gonna.
50 marks.
Oh,
I
that'd be
think they
good.
might come. Aren't they all trapped together on a planet or something?
He did send them all somewhere. Yeah,
And
All
he
right.
just
the
dipped on
ones
None of
that
them.
were
them.
still alive. Yeah.
Yeah, they might try to
But
find
they
them.
could fly
But they're
from that
like
planet,
different
right?
like
No,
timelines
Oh,
I
it's
think
and
in
they're
a
in a
different.
different.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
you're
in a
right.
different
yeah,
dimension. They can find a way back, maybe.
Different universe. My
maybe.
bad. My
But then
bad.
they're
My bad.
probably just gonna go after Angstrom Levy after that.
Yeah.
yeah, I could see that coming back in the fold after Thrag.
I'm
Or
excited to see Thrag though, because like even whenever like season 3 and 3 ended, they like dropped to 4. They're like Thrak has already been casted, and then like they teased the picture of him, and I'm excited to
Yeah,
see what he does.
yeah, man.
Like I feel like they have to. I feel like it's gonna be more so him versus Omni-Man than him versus Mark. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, at least at first, because Mark can't. He ain't standing no chance,
I,
bro.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
what are we gonna see? It's gonna be so different than like the fight with Conquest. Like he gonna put him through planets. Like, he's
He's
gonna
gonna
put
murk
his face through
Omni-Man.
planets
He's
out of
gonna
space.
murk Omni-Man. He's
Yeah,
gonna
that would be
murk
kind of crazy.
Omni-Man.
He's gonna murk everybody in that coalition, and then
I
he's
just
just
don't know
gonna.
what that's so exciting. Like he's not gonna have new powers. He's still a Viltrumite.
Exactly, that's the point. We don't know what he about to do. We just gonna see. You
He's
feel
gonna
me?
hit people hard and throw them into planets and
Yeah, but
asteroids.
we just
Got
gonna
that
see. I don't
Tyler
know.
Hero fate. Shout out Tyler Hero, man.
No way we got a name drop.
Yeah, his barber the real demon. All right. Well, after that, we're gonna wrap it up here. Appreciate y'all listening to our podcast. Welcome in our new member, Haas. We'll see how often he's here, but I want to preview the next podcast. We're gonna do, hopefully, if y'all agree, Hail Mary. Now I'm going to see it this week. I've heard really good things
Okay.
about it. I wanna watch that.
Oh.
I think that's like a thing, a reference to the movie or something. Like he's got to be a reference in it.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go see it. Parks, you can see if you want to, but we're gonna be reviewing that next. If you guys stay tuned for the next episode. Any lasting remarks before we sign off? Oh,
Always great to be a guest. Thanks for having me. I'll be here more
yeah.
often.
Yes,
Definitely will be
sir.
back for part two. Got to
Yes,
reflect to
sir.
see if our
Yes, sir. And
takes
we'll
held
also be
up.
back. Yeah, so we're picking it
Hell
up.
yeah. Hell
Hey,
yeah.
just spread the word. Just spread the word. Put us in all your free group chats. Say, hey, go watch these guys. They know what they're talking about, except for this nigga with ugly ass cornrows. Uh, yeah. Other than that, go spread the word. We dropping more episodes. We're gonna try to. We got lives,
Like
but
and subscribe.
like and
Jeez.
subscribe. Yes, sir.
Sir. All
All right,
right.
now
Hollywood,
turn.
yeah.
All right, now turn us off right now. All right, sign up. Signing off. Peace.
Turn it off right now.